Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to overwinter Caladium. As you may remember, I have this cultivar Caladium Frogina blender, and it's a tropical plant. 90% of the Caladiums in the trade are grown in Florida in the United States, between Tampa Bay and Orlando, and unfortunately they had a very rough September and October because they had two hurricanes passing through. So my thoughts and prayers are going out to these people who live in Florida and affected by the hurricanes. So this year I will be very protective about my caladiums, because it is most likely that their stock has been affected by the hurricane and they might not be able to harvest as much as they can. So caladium is a tropical plant. It needs at least 16 degrees Celsius to overwinter, so it needs to be warm but dry. You can see that this plant is almost already dormant, so I'm just going to unpot it and dig up the tuber. So the tuber was quite big. It was 24 plus centimeters in diameter. I'm sorry, not diameter, but in circumference. And you can see that it already generated some smaller tubers. And I'm going to use my handy Dutch yellow net bag to store the bulbs, and I'm going to keep it at room temperature to dry it out a little bit, and then I will pack it in a dry potting mix. So you can see I applied a lot of fertilizer because they are heavy feeders and they also need moist conditions to grow well. I will replant them in March next year and force them in my room, because they need warm temperatures to grow, at least 20 degrees Celsius to break dormancy. And if you store them colder than 16 degrees Celsius, the tubers do not want to sprout again. So they sprout very late and they won't grow as well as if they would be at least 16 to between 18 and 16 degrees Celsius. So I will just put them in. I don't wash the tubers because it's an aroid. They are very susceptible to Erwinia rot, and if I would wash the tuber, there are always some micro fissures and micro damage in the tuber and on the roots, and this bacteria, Erwinia ceratovora, or Pectobacterium ceratovorum, it's the new name, enters these wounds and can rot the tuber. And when you have Erwinia rot, the tuber is have this snotty, stinky rot, which I would like to avoid in my room. And when the tubers are totally dry and dormant, then I will clean them and store them in a dry soil. And when I need them to grow, I just water them again. So that would be all for today. Thank you very much for your attention. See you next time. Goodbye.